Good Friday. The morning break. It is Friday already. How did it get to be Friday already? Week has gone by way too fast. And but for some of us, that's a good thing. There are my friends out there that look forward to Friday every week. And in fact, wish every day was Friday. Where do you sit in that? Are you like for those of us that are entrepreneurs, Friday a lot of times is just another day. For a lot of us, that just means we're just moving on to a new day to do some work. So the weekend, my wife really had to adjust to the fact that during the weekends I work a lot, and that there's times where I have to work. So weekend for everybody. What are you up to on this weekend? Want to give a special shout out. Happy birthday to Sophia Stanton. Sophia is celebrating her birthday today. We will be celebrating with her later today. Rumor is there will be some chocolate cake involved, so I'm a very happy man. Excited about that. Happy birthday. She is a senior this year. And we're really proud of Sophia and everything that she is doing. And we think the world of Sophia and excited to see what God has for her going forward in her journey, which is going to be really cool. I think you get to a certain point in life where you start then looking at what other people have done and are doing, and you go, that is just awesome. I wish that I could redo parts of my life and do that, because I am so proud of Sophia and what she's getting ready to accomplish as she finishes up her high school year and then heads off to college. I'll keep you updated. You'll see gear. You'll probably see gear this fall from her high school, and then next year, already planning the college stuff. As she heads off to play golf at Taylor University next year. And so, yeah, you can count on it. Kristen and I will be, definitely logoed up with Taylor University stuff. We've got a ton, and you've probably seen it. And I always like to give this plug early in the show. You've probably seen it on the Rob and Kristen show. We wear our Anthony Wayne Generals hoodies on I think a couple of shows. In fact, one that I scheduled, I think today, has me wearing and sporting one of my Anthony Wayne hoodies, Anthony Wayne hoodie golf stuff. And if you follow me on Instagram or any of those places, you have probably seen me at some of her tournaments. So we're excited about that. Hey, it's Friday. Ready for the weekend. For me, like I said, it's going to have some work involved, but still enjoying some time with family. And I wanted to ask this question because it was asked of me today. And I think it's because I'm not in my 20s and 30s anymore. So I was asked this question today, just randomly in text, which I love getting random texts. Those are always fun. Have you ever ordered your food from any restaurant? I took it as any restaurant. I did not count Starbucks because I've done that. But have you ordered your food on an app before? So I was thinking about that, and I was like, I answered first, no. I went, no, I don't. And then I realized I've ordered pizza on the app from different locations, not just one, but several of them. So yeah, I guess I have done that. Didn't realize it, but yes, I have ordered food from an app. Interesting study on that, I guess, that more and more people are now ordering their food ahead of time for pickup. So restaurants are getting better and better at that. The one thing I did research on this was that places like Buffalo Wild Wings and Chili's have really gotten into the to-go part which I found to be very interesting. I think it's a smart move. I think a lot of people, including me, I like to go home and hang out and just chill. Sometimes for Kristen and I, it means watching something on TV, whether that's YouTube, which we do a lot. Thank you, by the way, if you're watching on YouTube this morning. Appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you. It is fun. It's humbling too. I got to tell you. And again, I know I've gone over this a lot, but we're really just a little over a week now of doing this live every day. And I want to tell you, it's humbling. No, I'm not viral. No, I'm not going to be on any late night show talking about how viral I am. But it is fun and it's great to have a connection with people. By the way, special announcement Monday, we are going to have a special guest on the morning break. And the neat part about that is that this special guest that's going to be on the morning break is going to become a regular on the show. Super excited about that. You're going to have to tune in and find out who it is. I will probably give you hints over the weekend. I probably will, because you know me, I can't keep a secret. Can't keep a secret when I'm on social media, so can't do that. By the way, a couple things I saw that I thought were interesting that went together. By the way, today is National Pecan Tort Day. Okay. I love a good tort. I got to be honest. I love a good tort, but it's National Pecan Tort Day, right? Now I've said it a couple times because it's a lead up to what else it is. It's also National Tooth Fairy Day. I'm thinking some dentists out there went, yeah, we'll start a day because those people are eating all kinds of sweets. It's going to definitely be something that they're going to need to see the Tooth Fairy. Did you do that? And by the way, the Tooth Fairy prices have gone way up from like when I was a kid. I think I got $1 when I was a kid. I don't know. I've heard it's $5 and $10 now, man. But yes, it was, I think it was $1. I can't remember for sure, but that seems to be my recollection is it was $1 to get a tooth. Yeah. Hey, listen, we want to thank the great folks at 7 Weeks Coffee. Hey, when you order from 7 Weeks Coffee, you're not only getting great coffee, but you're supporting a great cause. Use the promo code ATV10 when you order. And we've got some neat stuff we're going to talk about when we come back from the break. In fact, we're going to talk about maybe, or at least in the circles that I travel in, maybe the hottest story in the last 48 hours. We're going to do that right after this on the morning break.
Behind every precious life, there was a choice. Behind every family moment, behind every special memory, there was a choice. A life of joy. A life that is beautifully and wonderfully made. At 7 Weeks Coffee, we are funding the pro-life movement, one cup at a time. Will you let your coffee serve a greater purpose?
Thanks to the great folks at 7 Weeks Coffee. 7weekscoffee.com. Go there. Use the promo code ATV10. They are not only a great sponsor of this show, but of our network. You can see them on there, and they're just so thankful for them and all that they do to help us get to do what we like to do, which is do great programming and talk to people about neat things that are going on in the world. And that led me to the bump out of the break. And I want to talk about this in all honesty. And if you're part of my Facebook followers, you know what I'm going to say already. Biggest story in the last probably 48 hours. And I'm sure of anything as somebody that's worked in marketing and television, radio, and branding of things and now podcasts. I'm going to tell you beyond a shadow of a doubt that Cracker Barrel was not ready. They were not ready for what happened over the last 48 hours. Cracker Barrel unveils their brand new logo. And it's not it's not that this was their second logo, like they've only had the other logo. This is their fifth logo. But the radical change of this logo is legendary. It has people everywhere talking. Everywhere. Literally, you open up any social media, and normally, as somebody that's worked in public relations, like I said, for a long time, they always say there's no such thing as bad press. Oh no, there is, and this is it. A lot of buzz going on about the logo, which okay, here's my thought on this. Okay, because not only did they rebrand the logo, and I hope I hope they did not pay way too much to have that rebranded logo because I could have done it for like $50. Or you could have found somebody on Fiverr. And if you don't know what Fiverr is, go look it up. But you could have found somebody on Fiverr and they could have done that logo. So here's where I'm going to differ from a lot of people that are talking about this, and that it's like the story. Open up your Facebook, your X, Instagram, anything, and this is the story. This is what people are talking about right now. And I'm going to take a different spin than a lot of people. For a lot of people, they're just saying, "Oh, this is the reason." It's not. Here's what happened. They started a rebrand by rebranding the stores. Now, mind you, I wasn't introduced to Cracker Barrel at a young age. It was when I started traveling in the South that I learned about Cracker Barrel and fell in love with it. But I think that what really happened here is you rebranded from what felt cozy and comfortable with a cool little gift shop to, and I hate to say this because I've seen them doing the same thing, but it's kind of like these new IHOPs. It looks like a new IHOP. If you haven't been to a new IHOP, the new IHOP is very sterile. And I just, and I get it, and don't come at me for this because I get the whole trending to kind of that country kitchen look, the all white kitchen stuff. I get it. Listen, I'm not saying that, but here's what I am going to tell you that I have seen personally. And again, as somebody who travels in the South a lot, has eaten a fair share of Cracker Barrel. There were weeks where I may have eaten there every day. And I will tell you this, and this comes from somebody again who spent sometimes 7 days in a row eating at a Cracker Barrel from basically 2014 to 2021. So I can speak with some pancake background in their syrup, which wasn't maple syrup, but just syrup. I can tell you a couple of things. First, portion sizes went down. And for most people, that was a big deal. When portion sizes started going down, it was like, okay, I don't really need to eat this much. So it's okay. And I'll be fine not eating nearly as much as I used to. And I was okay with that. But then when the quality of the food went down, and it did, and I'm sorry if you work at a Cracker Barrel and you say no, it hasn't. We can just differ, because I'm going to tell you again, as somebody who ate there a lot, the food quality has gone dramatically down. I have not been to a Cracker Barrel in over a year. It's been over a year, and it had nothing to do with that. It just is not as convenient anymore. Also, Kristen and I, when we go out, we love to go and eat local. So we'll research a place a little bit more. Is you can tell that's Kristen, not me. But we research a place a bit more. So we find good local places. And that's going to be my last point on the whole Cracker Barrel thing. I think, and again, could be completely wrong. I'm not saying I am the end all be all of this topic, but it could be that more and more people are looking for local, not chains. Stock market price went way down after the announcement. CEO was on Good Morning America, and that was like, oh, yeah. It was kind of if I'm her, yeah, I'm staying off TV. Really, just be quiet. Don't do TV. So, final thought. Now, one final thought. If you're a Cracker Barrel fan, and there are a ton of you out there who love the little store, it's a great niche thing. The whole thing is just super. It's cute to go. If they were to change everything back, abandon the whole remodel of the stores, which I admit some of the stores needed to be refreshed. I get it. But if they were to abandon all that, would you go back? Because there are a lot of people talking about the fact that they're not going to go back, which is kind of crazy to me. I giggle a little bit because hey, listen, I'm not going to say that because if you see me at a Cracker Barrel, it's probably because it's the only thing there. It's probably the only chance I've got to eat. And their 3 pancakes and eggs and sausage thing, that's pretty good. I admit that. I mean, it's smaller, definitely smaller than it used to be. But that's not totally a bad thing. Hey, listen, I want to talk about something. We talked about social media in this first story, and I do want to talk about something that we are super proud of here at Abundant TV, and of course, my show. Got to get a little higher because there it is. Um, is Axe Social. Axe Social is a great new social media platform. Axe Social also is owned by Christians. I know Sean personally, and that is one reason why Abundant TV became a corporate sponsor. And listen, if you're tired of some of the stuff going on social media and want a place that you can go where you can find people just like you, head over to Axe Social. And when they ask you for a referral, hey, tell them that Rob Patz or Abundant TV told you about Axe Social. We appreciate them. They do a fantastic job. And we even have an Abundant group over there. How cool is that? Check out our Abundant group. It is growing. I think there were 84 last time I looked, 85, somewhere around there. Super proud of that. And so hey, listen, those are one of the things that we like to talk about. We love to be proactive in things like Axe Social, axesocial.com. And when they ask you how you heard about it, tell them that you heard it from us at Abundant TV. Hey, this second story, have you seen this video? I wish I could play it here. I could not find a place where I could download it, where it looks like these turtles are having a meeting. It is super cool. It has caught the attention of the internet, and it's like they're chirping with each other, and it looks like they're talking. It looks like they're having a meeting. I've always wondered. I have to tell you, I have always wondered if animals have some kind of language with each other. Not maybe not cross language for like dogs to cats, but I really think now after being around cats like I have with since I got married to Kristen, I really have to think that they have some different meows that mean different things. I totally do. I totally believe that they have different meows for different things, but that's just me. I do not know, but hey, some other things going on. The buzz in the world of music, a lot of nostalgia type stuff coming out over the next couple of weeks. And I would be remiss, just because I'm a big fan of theirs, to not mention music from Yellow Card. If you're not familiar with who Yellow Card is, they're a California group. It's kind of pop music, pop surf music. And so Yellow Card's got a brand new song coming out and some other great music all on the way. Look for that in your favorite download, whether that's Apple or wherever you download your music, which I think is kind of crazy. By the way, another thing, we talked about fashion because you know what? I am a fashion guru. We talked about fashion earlier and that the big color was going to be purple this year for men and women, and that men are dressing up more necktie sales than in the previous, I think it was 10 years, 10 or 11 years. I don't have the news article in front of me, but about 10 or 11 years. So the biggest uptick in tie sales. I love that. Don't you? I think that's kind of cool. So indigo is going to be for jeans because we talked about jeans were still going to be popular. Didn't know the color. This fall, though, you better believe you better be wearing some indigo blue jeans. Uh, According to this thing came out from Vanity Fair that whitewash, all those kinds of things are out, and indigo is in. Also, pairing your indigo with white is going to be super popular. Now, I'm old enough to remember when they said you couldn't really wear white as far as like a lot of white, like white dress coats or anything after Labor Day. I have also been told by several sources that that is no longer the case. So now you know. Hey, when we come back, one final story for today and my thoughts. We'll do that after this.
Behind every precious life, there was a choice. Behind every family moment, behind every special memory, there was a choice. A life of joy, a life that is beautifully and wonderfully made. At 7 Weeks Coffee, we are funding the pro-life movement, one cup at a time. Will you let your coffee serve a greater purpose?
Thanks to great folks at 7 Weeks Coffee, 7weekscoffee.com. Use the promo code ATV10 when you order their coffee. And for the happiness of my wife, new cup today. It still tastes really great. Doesn't matter whether it's new cup, old cup. I like it a little seasoned though. Got to be honest with you. I like when my coffee cup has a little bit of that coffee. I know I am probably strange when it comes to that, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with people thinking I'm strange. By the way, look at the sports scores there. Baseball heating up. By the way, the Athletics, who are right now nomads, they really don't. I mean, I know they're playing in Sacramento, but really are nomads, having a really pretty decent season. Read a really interesting story about the Athletics. It was about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, where it's a triple A ballpark, and there is all kinds of problems with amenities that you get at a normal park. So hats off to them. I know they're headed to Vegas at some point, though that I guess has been slightly delayed. But anyway, final story for today and my final thoughts. Yesterday we lost a great man in broadcasting in the Christian world, and that's Dr. James Dobson. Dr. Dobson was an amazing, really a pioneer in the what he did for radio and Christian radio. And I talked about this a little bit yesterday with friends of mine. And I will tell you this, I took some of the ideas that Dr. Dobson used when I started it in Christian radio. And then when my career segued into me helping Christian ministries produce television, radio, and now podcasting. We have always used kind of a template of what he did. And just a super great gentleman, a very kind man. I got a chance, and I thought of this morning. I got a chance to interview him as a young snot-nosed kid who was so nervous that he literally felt like he was going to throw up right before the interview. The radio station I worked for at the time allowed me to be the person that got to interview Dr. Dobson for our station for that year. And it was a very humbling experience to realize that this gentleman was on thousands of stations and was such a gracious, gracious person to me. I will tell you that his legacy will live on for many years to come. And of course, if you're on Sirius XM, you know that he has Family Talk on there. Dr. Dobson affected so many people, and we appreciated him so very much. And he will be missed here on earth. But the great thing is, I know we will all see him when we get to heaven. Maybe not all of us, because that would keep him busy for a long time. Even though it is eternity, he might want to do some other things than meet all of us. Though I have kind of wished that at some point I would get a chance to bump into him, because Dr. Dobson made an impact on a 22-year-old young kid in his broadcast career. Thank you, Dr. Dobson, for living a life full of faith, full of joy, and just reflecting what Jesus really wants us to do. Thank you so much, sir, and I appreciate it. Wow, where's the time gone? Again, we are like rolling through this. This never seems like it's long enough, at least not for me. Maybe it is for you. And if it is, I'm sorry. You can look away. Hey, Monday, we have a special guest going to be with us. If you haven't checked out the website today, the hint is she has an article up today on the website, and I'm going to give you a hint. Her name starts with an M. So check out the website at abundanttv.com, and you can go there and check that out. But she will be our special guest. Our first guest, she should feel special. She should really feel special being our first guest. The morning break, another week down. Can you believe it? Hey, listen, we appreciate you. Remember to share this broadcast across your favorite social media and with all your friends and enemies. That's what I say. Go out and enjoy the rest of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is In the Morning Break.